Welcome to Shelaborate. I'm Kath.
And I'm Kyra. This is our podcast for the girls, from the girls.
We're telling our stories, hyping up women who inspire us, and shelaborating every step of the way.
It's time to give you the girl talk you've been waiting for. Let's get into it.
Well, we're back recording. This is exciting. Welcome back, Shelaborators. It's been a minute since we have recorded an episode, but we're excited to be back. And this is going to be an episode that I think all the girls can relate to.
Yeah, we're very excited to kick off our summer season. And we wanted to bring this episode to you as a fun kickoff to something that a lot of women experience, and particular experience when they go out. And as the summer rolls around, people are going out more.
Yes.
You know, you're going to parties or you're going to bars or things like that. And we just wanted to share this with you. So
what we're going to talk about today is the girls' bathroom and how it is the best place on earth. I mean, heaven on earth, I think.
Truly.
Have we ever had a bad experience in the girls' bathroom? I've had good ones. I've had great ones.
Oh, yeah. I actually have memories more so of being in the girls' room than actually the night out.
In the bar.
Yeah. And I would even extend this to the bathroom at whoever's house we're getting ready to.
Yeah. I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Prior to going out.
I think it's even like it's that one picture of us from New Year's. Granted, I think that was the only bathroom in the house.
It was.
But there's like 6 of us getting ready in this bathroom. But even if we had multiple bathrooms, I would have still wanted it that way. All of us getting ready in one area because it's part of that's part of the night.
Yeah, we'll throw the picture up for anyone who wants to check it out on our Instagram with this episode. But we're all jammed in there. We're all fixing each other's hair, doing each other's makeup. And this is like a tiny, probably a max 2-person bathroom.
Maximum.
But it was really small. And I just think that for a lot of women, the girls' room kind of represents this place where we all go to help each other, to take a breather, where girls can be gals. Yeah. It was actually a heavy contender for the name of this show was
really?
The Girls' Room, but there's already a podcast named that. So
yeah, so check them out maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably cool. So for this episode, we wanted to talk about a few things related to the gals' room. First and foremost, some etiquette and
like unspoken rules.
Things
when you go into the bathroom.
Yeah, things that every gal kind of knows as she grows up.
Instinctually. No one tells her.
Yeah.
You just know.
But we thought it would be really fun to talk about them.
Mm-hmm. And then also just some memorable bathroom experiences that we have.
The last thing that we would want to follow up with is some bathroom safety tips, because I think that the girls' room really does a lot of times represent this kind of safe haven for women when we are out. It's a place where you know other gals are going to be, and we want to talk about it.
So getting started, what to you is the first rule of girls' bathroom?
First rule is if you see a gal crying in the bathroom and she is alone, you instantly become her friend.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what she's crying about. It doesn't matter if she is a little drunk. It doesn't matter what is going on with her. You are going to approach her and start talking to her. Mm-hmm. I think that is something that gals really learn in college, and it's something that you take with you throughout the rest of your life.
Yeah. I think that goes hand in hand with also if they're alone and like puking.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that happens a lot when you're in there. Or maybe you're that person puking, and then you always go make sure they're okay, grabbing them water if they need anything, or just like having someone there is always helpful.
Yeah. And I think even if someone already does have like one friend there, you just kind of bandwagon on, and everyone just becomes this support system in the bathroom for whoever needs it. And whether they actually need it or not, or even remember it the next day, it doesn't matter. But in that moment, you are all a group of gals all on board supporting whatever this gal is going through.
Whatever it is. Oh, next one. You must give someone a compliment.
100%.
You cannot leave that bathroom without complimenting someone and making them feel good about themselves. That is, I think, one of the biggest unspoken rules, because that's what it's about. It's like about building other people's confidence, making people feel good about themselves. And there's nothing better than a girl compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Because a girl compliment, she's not trying to get anything from it. She just wants you to know that you love her outfit or her hair or her shoes or whatever it is. But that's a must.
I think that can be a rule for any gal's room anywhere. It could be an airport bathroom. It could be, a school bathroom. It could be truly anywhere, but it is particularly in place like on a Friday night.
At a bar.
And what I love about this rule is one compliment to one gal usually creates a cascade effect.
Yes.
If the line was quiet, because there's always a line. Let's be real, ladies. We know that there's always a line there. If the line is kind of quiet or people are just talking amongst themselves in the line, it will just kind of like create this chain effect of everyone talking, everyone hyping each other up.
Yes.
And it's so fun.
It's so much fun. And it feels good in a way that like you didn't think that you needed. And I just think giving a compliment is such a great way to either like break the ice or like start a conversation with someone. It's just such an easy in. Mm-hmm. It's such a good way to meet someone, connect with someone. Last night we were at Cork and I was in line for the bathroom. As we say, there's always a line, and it was just like a 1-person bathroom, but there was a girl next to it and I was like, oh girl, I love your shirt. And then we exchanged numbers. She's like invited me out this weekend. We like exchanged Instagram. She's like, oh my God, you have a podcast. And she's like, well, she runs this like account for, it's like Morris Choices or something. You might've heard of them. It was just, all of that came from just me telling her I liked her shirt.
It's just truly, I think relationships can be made
built
in
off
bathrooms.
Of. Yes.
Okay, another rule that I think is unspoken is if there's a gal that is in need, everyone bands together to help her. Kind of similar to the crying or sick rule, but this is more along the lines of outfit malfunction or say she needs some type of female
product.
Female sanitation product or really anything. I mean, someone could be like, I need super glue, AA batteries, and a axe. And I would be like, let me get on that.
You're like, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Like I would be like digging through my purse. Like, let me see, what do I got in here?
And no questions. You don't need to know why. That's none of your business. Exactly. All you need to know is that she needs it. And that's good enough for me.
The amount of times that I have sewn someone's outfit in a bathroom, because I always have some type of like needle and thread on me. The amount of times I've sewn up someone's outfit or gone out and like been like, let me get a sweatshirt to wrap around your waist or something in a girl's bathroom is uncountable at this point.
I would say you'd probably be like the top person I'd want in a bathroom with me if I had a malfunction.
I always have something random on me. You never know what.
And if she doesn't have it, she knows where to get it. Like she's going to go get it.
I will MacGyver it out of materials that we find. Like as gals come in, I'm like, excuse me, I need the barrette out of your hair.
Yep. Sorry. Let me make an announcement at the bar.
Yeah, I need just like one of the threads off of your jacket.
Yes.
Like I will pull it together for you. But I think that this sentiment, not everyone's as extreme as me, but I think that the sentiment is that everyone's just willing to help. And so if you're a younger gal and you're ever in a sticky situation and you need something and you're in a girl's bathroom, don't be afraid to ask, because I think we've all been in situations where we needed something.
Yeah.
And when you ask, usually people go above and beyond to help figure out what you need.
Yeah. And I think it might, I don't know if this is necessarily true, but I feel like in the girls' bathroom, it's unlike any other place, because when have you ever asked for help in the bathroom and not gotten it? Whereas that might not be the case if you were just kind of like on the street. Yeah. I just think that the girls' bathroom kind of creates this like you said, safe haven of just like everyone has the same mentality of just wanting to like hype each other up and help each other.
Yeah.
That's what I think like girl friendship is. I think it's like defined by the girls' bathroom.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect example.
It is the perfect place to be a gal's gal.
Oh, yeah.
There is no option but being a gal's gal.
There's no option. That is probably the number one. That's probably the number one rule.
Yeah, be a gal's
Being
gal.
a gal's gal. This is another rule, unspoken rule. If there's a girl in there and she's complaining or crying about a guy, you're taking her side. I don't care what he did. I don't care if she's dead wrong. In my eyes, she could do no wrong. And it's none of my business what he did, but like he's going to hear some words from me on the way out.
I love the videos that sometimes circulate online, and it'll be a gal in a bathroom like, should I get back together with him? And everyone, just for the record, the answer is unanimously no. It's really like kind of cute and funny because gals do know whether they're serious or not serious or whatever.
Yeah.
It feels good to let that energy out and be like, should I get back together with him? No. Or like,
girl, you can do so much better.
Should I text him? No. And what I really like about that energy is every other gal in there now is like cued into it's a gal's night. We're not inviting this guy. The reason we're saying no isn't because of anything the guy is doing. It's because like we can have fun together as gals, and that just like kind of sets the tone for the evening of it's going to be a gals night. Let's go do karaoke and dance and have fun with our girls. Mm-hmm. And it's just a different dynamic than when you go out with guys. Yeah. And I think that is really, really fun.
Yeah. I do remember being at O'Donnell's one time, and it was this one. It was a girl that was just like friends with a guy. And I guess he had made like a comment about either the way that she looked or her outfit or something. And
good comment or bad?
It was bad. It was like mean. And I don't know if he necessarily meant it in a malicious way. But the damage is done. Like if she's in the bathroom and she's like crying about it.
Yeah.
And then I remember I walk out and she had left before me. And so she's like next to this guy. And I was like, was it this guy? And then I proceeded to like be a little bit mean to him, which I probably shouldn't have done, but don't be making comments about my girl.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, she became your girl.
She became my girl. And you can't be doing that.
If you're disrespecting one of my girls, I'm
coming
let you
for
know
you
about it.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no option.
Yes.
Yeah, I think just there's so much solidarity in the girls' room.
Solidarity. That's kind of the word I was thinking of. It's a solidarity thing.
Yeah. It's really, I think, a beautiful thing.
It is.
Okay, unspoken rule that I think we all learn kind of from a young age is that we go into the bathroom together. And I think everyone kind of knows that one, so maybe it's a moot point bringing it up. But I think that guys sometimes are like, why do you guys go in there together? And this is why. Like all of the reasons that we're talking about are why. Because if your girlfriend needs something in that bathroom, you want to be there to make sure that you can help her out with it. And it's not like you go in there every time and it's like this big to do, but I think from a young age, we start going to the bathroom together because it's safer and because it's like somewhere where you can help fix each other up and make sure that, any flyaways in her hair, you're going to like help her fix her outfit or do whatever. It's like a loving thing that women do when you care about another woman, you go with her. Yeah. You want to.
And I also think it's kind of a place where you can almost escape whatever might be going on in the maybe quote unquote real world. Like it just feels like time is different. And reality is different in the girls' bathroom.
Well, and along those lines, you're going to the bathroom, you're escaping whatever event, thing, school that you are at. So that you two can go chat in the bathroom.
Chat. A little bit of shelaborating in the bathroom.
A main purpose of going in there together, outside of helping each other, is because you want to talk with nobody else around.
Yeah.
or just other gals around.
Yes.
You know, you need, like, girls will even go in the stall together if you really got something serious that you need to talk about.
I would say
with nobody around.
Yeah, I would say I'm going into the bathroom with, and not in like a weird way, but like if my friend didn't come in the stall with me, I'm like, what are you doing?
We talking in
Come
here?
on,
Yeah,
like, don't make me yell.
I'm like, don't be on the outside.
Don't
like,
make me yell through
either
this
that
door.
or me peeking under. Like, hey, can you hear me? Are you still
literally?
out there? Or I'm so tall. Sometimes
You
the
could probably
stalls,
just
like the stalls.
the
in
ones O'Donnell's. Yes.
The stalls in O'Donnell's. I feel like a giant in there because they basically come up to like my shoulders.
I think I can see over it, and you're many more inches than I am.
Just standing regularly in there, I can see into every stall in there. And so I'm just like, all right,
Hi.
hope everyone's cool.
Doing well.
Yeah. Hope everyone likes me being able to see into their stall because there's no option.
But nobody cares.
No, everyone's just like laughing about it.
It's welcomed there.
I think that's the rule of two. Everyone kind of knows that one, but there's many reasons why we want to go in there.
Well, because I think guys do kind of like, oh, well, why do you guys always go to the bathroom together? And you're like, what do you mean? Of like, that's not a question.
Have you ever had a bathroom code word with a girlfriend?
No, because I feel like, hey, can we go to the bathroom is like a code in and of itself.
Yeah, that's what I've always had. But I've always heard on like movies or TV shows or something where gals will be like, oh, I need to go fix my lipstick, or
okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? How people have codes that trigger both gals going to the bathroom.
Have you done that before?
No, I don't have one, but I'm very interested. If any of our listeners, if you have a code word that is like, oh, we need to go re-put on our lipstick or whatever.
But I do think when you and a good friend, you're just kind of like keyed into your friends. Oh, I got to go cry.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And you kind of, no words really need to be exchanged, but you're just like, bathroom.
Well, I also get FOMO.
Tears.
Like if one of you guys is like, if one of the gals is like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like me too.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Me too.
Or I don't.
Like,
but I'm going.
It's pretty rare that we will go in there without kind of a gaggle of us going in all at once. Like if one person is going in, that's like, I think a pretty rare scenario.
Yeah, especially in like if it was like a baseball game that we're at, or like a bar or something like that.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have any other like hard and fast
rules.
Even if a gal doesn't ask for help, but you see something's messed up on her, like maybe her hair is messed up, or she is having or about to have some type of outfit malfunction, you stop her before she goes out of that bathroom and you fix her up.
Yes.
And I think that kind of goes along the lines with helping each other, but that's just a more specific version of like, hey, like, because maybe she doesn't know.
Nobody leaves.
You know? You don't let somebody leave without fixing them up and making sure that they're good to go, basically.
Yeah, toilet paper's not on their
toilet paper on their shoe.
Do you think there are people that aren't following these?
Mean middle school girls. Because like, I don't think I've really had a bad experience. I think that is because once you get older, you see such an immense value in this safe haven of gals that everyone does their best to kind of like protect that. And once one person brings that energy into the bathroom, which I know our friend group does, I think it kind of perpetuates it into that bathroom, like whatever bathroom you're in, versus maybe like mean middle school girls are going to be like, hee, so-and-so has toilet paper on their shoe. That's not happening in the adult world, because it's not happening because you recognize that could just as easily be you, and you want someone to help you out. Yeah. Or you've been in sticky situations where you're like, I don't have something I need help. I'm having a bad day. Yeah. We've all been that gal.
We've all been there.
So we all want to help that girl.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe younger girls, they haven't been that girl yet, so they don't realize.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes it is kind of a learned experience. I think this feeling and situation also extends to the line for the bathroom it's not just in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like my first real memory of being like, what is this beautiful thing called the girls' bathroom was when I was in Hawaii, and I was like in a line that was like so long, because it's always long, and just like clicking with the girls next to me and like having fun. Never saw them again.
Nope,
You know what I mean? Never saw them again.
Norm. You exchange numbers.
Nobody would have known that we weren't best friends, but like in that exact moment. But that's, I think, the first time that I realized that it was like the girls' bathroom is what it is. Yeah. And then you want to perpetuate that. You want to like keep that energy so high.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you asked me earlier if I've ever had a bad experience. One just came to mind.
Okay.
And this is really outside, I think, the norm of the girls' bathroom. But we were in Virginia Beach, and
we had gotten the tattoos that day.
Yes, we had just gotten our girls' gang tattoos that day.
Yeah.
Or the For the Girls tattoos. Yeah. And so we were, of course, showing anyone and everyone.
Even if they didn't ask.
No, we were just showing everyone our matching tattoos because we were so excited. And I go to get in line for the bathroom, and it's super long. And as I'm going over there, this guy approaches me and tries to hit on me. Well, at the time, my husband wasn't with us, but our really good friend, her now husband, was with us. And he was like, hey, buddy, like, move it along. Like, not her. Like, and I was like, thanks for the compliment, but not interested. And these girls in line basically started like ragging on me for being like, yeah, no thanks. And I was like, oh, I have a husband, like I'm married, like I'm trying to show them my ring, like, oh no, I'm married, which usually the girl's response is, yeah, move it along, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the deal was, but then I'm like in line right behind them, and they were like being super mean to me in the line, to the point of other girls started noticing them being mean to me in the line, and they start being like, boo to these two girls.
Okay.
Because girls,
full circle.
Because no one wanted that energy in the bathroom.
Because we don't accept that.
Yeah. They ended up leaving the bar because they were like, this bar sucks. Like everyone here sucks.
Were they younger?
Yeah, they were. I mean, they must have been drinking age, but a little bit younger than us. And yeah, they basically got booed out of there because they were being so mean.
Okay, I appreciate this story a lot because it does show the bad experience that you had, like the girl on girl violence.
Yes.
But then it shows people like supporting like other girls being like, no, we don't accept this. This is not how we act.
Yeah, and it was me and one of our other friends in the line, and they weren't just being mean to me. They were also like starting to be mean to her too.
What?
It was just very weird. And so it stung a little bit until the whole line was like, Like,
nope,
we don't act like that here.
We don't accept that.
Yeah. And they left.
Good. We don't accept that stuff. What was the story of the immediately no? Was that in Savannah? That was a good story.
This is a really funny story where this wasn't a bathroom line. This was a hot dog line.
A hot dog line. Okay, well, I think maybe
it's still a good story, though.
It still is relevant.
We were in Savannah. We were down there for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
This was one of our first girl gang trips. And we were in line to get hot dogs. And these guys really wanted to cut in line. The line was incredibly long for hot dogs. And these guys wanted to cut in line. And so they were like, hey, we'll buy your hot dogs if you basically let us cut you in line so that we're in front of you, whatever, to these girls who are in front of us. And these girls, they must have just been fed up with men at that point. I don't know. But this girl, just her reaction was immediately no. She started saying immediately no to him multiple times in a row. And her friend caught on to that. So then she was saying immediately no. So every woman around them started saying immediately no, not realizing everyone probably thought he was like trying to hit on her or something like that. No, he just wanted in line for a hot dog. Really, really mad. And every gal in this line was screaming, immediately no, immediately no.
And this was before immediately no was like a saying. You know how I think it's kind of like a thing now?
Yeah.
This was like back before it was a thing.
This whole line was screaming at this man immediately no, and he was just slowly backing away like, what have I done wrong? I've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Because every gal in the line was on the same page of immediately no. Whatever this man was
love
asking, immediately no.
that story.
So
hot dog lines, kind of like the girls' bathroom.
yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
It was very funny.
Yeah. I love that story. Immediately no. And I feel like that's like a staple saying in our friend group now.
I have like countless encounters where we're like fixing each other's outfits or fixing each other's makeup. I don't know. I kind of live for that. I also, one of my favorite parts about going to parties or events or anything with a group of gals is getting ready in the bathroom beforehand. And I have so many good memories. The act of getting ready with other women is just so fun for me. I live for it.
Yeah.
My husband always jokes when we're like doing an event or a wedding or anything. He's like, you live for the getting ready.
Yes.
He's like, you could care less about the party. And I do. I love it.
Yeah. It is definitely a highlight of any event. Cause it's also, it's like the bonding and the complimenting and when your friends get ready is like a kind of like a sign of love and like how you express your friendship too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think and we've had a lot of really good experiences of getting ready, and
there is just something so special about helping someone that you care about look and feel their best. Like, I love that feeling.
Yeah.
Even if it's just them holding up outfits and being like, which one should I wear? You know, as we all trade clothes around and figure out what the outfits of the night are going to be. There is just no feeling like seeing someone that you really care about happy because they are feeling good
and looking good,
and vice versa. Like, I live for that. I don't even care what I look like. I'm like, I just want everyone to like look and feel their best, and it makes me so happy. And so I think a lot of my gals room experiences
revolve around that. Yeah.
Really.
I think that's a really cool another piece of it. So you've kind of got like the, girls' bathroom and the bars and whatever, and then you've got all your memories getting ready with your girlfriends before whatever, a night out, a wedding. And that's why the girls' bathroom is untouchable.
I actually have one more
story.
Bad story.
What?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
This one's crazy. This one's really crazy, and I cannot believe I almost forgot it. Okay, so in the military, we'll go to these training centers. They're essentially a big plot of land where everyone goes to practice doing what they're going to do.
War practice.
Yeah, on a deployment. It's almost like big games of laser tag in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I've heard it described that way, and it's pretty accurate. The one that I happened to be at was in California. And so it was really hot. The year that I ended up going was the first year that women in armor and infantry units went into the box for the whole time. And it was kind of a big deal because the box is known as kind of like the actual gameplay, for lack of a better way of describing it.
Yeah, and you're getting graded, right? You have people out there that are assessing your performance there. So it's a big deal.
I can't speak to the specifics of like how long they go in and then come out. But what was somewhat unique to my experience going in and there was a few armor officers that were also there with me, was that when we went into the box, I was not going to be pulled out at any point for a shower, which was kind of unique to women going into the box. Previously, the normal thing would be that they would go in for a few days, kind of be able to come out for a few days, or maybe just had more freedom to travel back and forth. So after about a month in the box. I think it's a little bit shorter than that. I was very, very dirty. This is in the desert in California, and you're driving around, you are sleeping outside or in your vehicle the whole time. And the best you can kind of do is baby wipe showers.
Yeah.
So when we came out of the box, I was like, could not wait for the bathroom. Yeah. I was so excited. So we come out of the box, we're done with everything. It's finally time to go to the bathroom. Gather up all my stuff. At the time, I had 2 enlisted females in my platoon, both of whom were awesome.
Yeah.
But we all head to the girls' bathroom together. And when we show up there, it is packed with a lot of like women in support roles, which, okay, sure. But they've had access to this bathroom and we have not. And we are like visibly caked with layers of dust on us. But then when we got up there, we all set our stuff on benches and we're not wearing our uniforms anymore because we're getting ready to get in the shower. Yeah. So I have a towel wrapped around me and this girl looks at me and she's like, move your stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. And I'm thinking in my mind, oh, maybe there's like rules in here of like where you're supposed to put your stuff and it's not here. So I kind of like move my stuff somewhere else. And she goes, no, not there. And takes it and knocks it off of the bench, which would be no big deal, except for the fact that the drains were so clogged that it was like probably like 3 inches of standing water in this bathroom, which was disgusting. But I was like, I have never wanted a shower more in my life. And so she knocks my stuff in there. It gets soaking wet. Oh, no. And I was just like scrambled, picked it up. And my 2 soldiers see this happen. And doing anything about it didn't really occur to me. I just kind of like picked it up and was like, I'm just like,
what are you gonna?
I'm not gonna fight someone in the bathroom. Like,
I want my shower.
I'm butt ass naked.
Yeah.
I just have a towel around me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I need to get in the shower. At this point, I'm a little bit like disheartened and sad because in my mind, they were just gonna like part like the Red Sea and be like, you gals have been in the box. Take a nice shower. It was more like everyone's for their own. There's no ranks in this bathroom. Survival of the fittest. Whoever got here first gets the showers.
Yeah.
But I was kind of bummed. I was like, all right, I'm not like getting into it with anyone in the bathroom. What am I gonna say? I don't know. Don't be rude. That's the best I could come up with. I'm not saying that. So my 2 female soldiers, one of them, she basically was like, excuse me, ma'am, and just kind of like pushed me to the side. And she was like, starts yelling at this girl. And I was like, whoa, I've never seen something like this. And so she and my other soldier are like, how dare you guys? Do you know that she is one of the first females to go into the box? You need to have some like respect for her. Like, she's an officer. Mind you, I'm sitting there naked in my towel. Like, and I'm tall, so my towel's a little short. I'm like, you guys, like, what? I mean, it felt good because they were sticking up for me.
Yeah.
Did these other girls immediately back down? No.
They didn't.
My 2 female soldiers, they are ready to brawl. It doesn't matter where. In the girls' bathroom,
they're ready to
basically nude. They did not care. And what's so funny is they were like, oh, heck no. So not only that, but they were like, oh no, she's getting in the shower right now. Like, we're not waiting in this line. And she is going in there first, clear away. So they basically just like moved all of these other girls to like the other side. And they were like, you guys can wait over here while she showers. And then they basically like stood guard.
Oh my gosh.
While I showered, and we're like, no worries. Like, no one's going to come over here. No one's going to touch your stuff. And it was one of the most initially like disheartening experiences. And then an experience that I was like, oh, first off, I was like, oh, they do like me.
Yeah.
But also like having someone stick up for you like that was... It was pretty awesome.
Cool to see.
Looking back, I'm like, wow, that was a really bizarre experience. But also, I guess in the end really shows like gal spirit in the bathroom.
Yeah.
In a way.
Everyone's got like their own lane or like their own role, if you will. Like not all of us could just like throw down like that.
Yeah.
We need those girls.
I know. They had my back.
Yeah.
That's
really sweet. That's really cool.
It's a really long story, but it's probably one of my best girls' room experiences that I've ever had.
Yeah. I don't think that I've had any like bad experiences. Like nothing comes to mind. I just have a lot of memories of chatting and meeting random people in the bathroom.
So we talked about like going with another gal as like kind of a safety point, but do you want to talk about what a lot of bars and restaurants and places are doing?
Yeah. So we think it's really cool in general. Obviously, we feel very strongly that like the girls' room is the safe haven, the place that you can go to kind of feel safe or if you need a second. And I've seen a lot over the years of, especially in the stalls, they'll have like a poster that ask for an angel shot or whatever it is. And that lets the bartender know that you need help. So if you need like a ride home or if you need space from maybe somebody that's bothering you or like won't take no for an answer, that's a way to kind of get their attention, but doing it discreetly because causing a scene could put you in more danger.
I think especially in the world of online dating where you might be going somewhere where you don't know who you're meeting. And, you know, it'd be awkward to like bring your friend on the date. We all do that thing.
I have done. I did bring Malia on a date one time.
And?
I mean...
Was it a date with you and Malia?
It was a date with me and Malia at the third wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad.
It was a good date. Because of Malia.
But yeah, in the world of like where you're going and meeting someone... And you kind of need to go somewhat alone. We all text each other, you know, hey, I'm going here. This is a screenshot of the guy I'm going with.
Yeah.
But I mean, to some extent, that's really all that you're able to do. And so I love this idea of bars and restaurants specifically having some type of code that's in the girls' bathroom. And honestly, I don't think it would be a bad idea to have like another different code in the boys' bathroom because maybe he's in a sticky situation too.
Yeah.
You never know. And the staff at the restaurant or bar being willing to help facilitate safety for their patrons. Secondarily,
I think that's really important.
Even if there isn't a sign in a bathroom, I think that if you go into a girl's bathroom and you're just hanging out in there and you wait for another girl to go in there and you were like, hey, I'm in like a weird situation. I need help. I think that gal would go out of her way to help you. Would
totally help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember this isn't really a girls' bathroom story, but just kind of a girls looking out for girls story. I was at a bar with like a couple friends and it was me and this one girl. She was sitting next to me and she kind of taps me and like points over to this girl who's like clearly very drunk and like this old guy helping her up the stairs. And we were both like, nope, don't like this. Immediately beeline to her and like figured out kind of what was going on. So we dealt with that situation. But as soon as that happened, our other friend who stayed downstairs said that there was another group of girls who saw us go up and they immediately stood up and followed us out of the restaurant to like make sure that this girl was okay. So like there's always, even if it isn't the girls' bathroom, it's just sometimes great to know that there will be people that would look out for you. I would want that. If I was in a sketchy situation, people looking out for me. And so just like, I think it's important, the restaurant itself, you know, protecting its patrons, but then also looking out for some of those like sketchy or dangerous situations. And like, maybe that guy knew her, but like, we weren't going to find out.
Yeah, but
I wasn't going to
but we want to double check.
Yeah.
And I think that most, if not all women are going to agree that we would rather have someone double check on us and be like, oh no, haha,
it's my boyfriend.
This is my boyfriend, or this is my, you know, so-and-so. Oh, I know him, versus being in a situation that is potentially dangerous.
Yeah. And you truly never know and rather be safe than sorry in those situations. And, you know, especially at bars, we've all dealt with people at bars that like won't take no for an answer or kind of just follow you around. So yeah, unwritten rule in general, just be looking out for your ladies. And if something looks up or you don't trust something or your intuition's telling you something, like just check on it. You're going to be happy that you did. And that girl is going to appreciate it, even if it's not a sketchy situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think along the lines of safety too, bathrooms can be these really cool safe havens. They can also be potentially dangerous areas. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because most of the scenarios we've talked about so far tonight have really been in like high populated areas where there's a line out the door for the girls' bathroom. There's 150 gals to 3 stalls, you know, that type of scenario. The flip side of that is, you know, rest stop bathrooms.
That's exactly what I was thinking when you said that.
Yeah, rest stops, or maybe like a gas station late at night, or areas that just are not well populated or don't have other women at them. And you might be the only person or the only woman at this location. And I think that those areas are particularly vulnerable and potentially dangerous for women.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
Like what do you do?
I like to listen to true crime podcasts and like the horror stuff. So that stuff's like always in the back of my mind. And rest stops and gas stations actually in particular, or if you're there at night, like it just doesn't feel good. So like if I'm getting gas, I'll like put the gas, I'll lock myself in my car. If I'm in my car, I'm always locking the door.
I do the same thing.
I have my location on. So I like share my location with friends just as kind of like a safety thing. So they always know where I'm at.
Yeah, I share it with our friends and my husband.
Yeah, I do try and avoid certain like, gas stations at night.
Yeah, so my rule for that is I avoid rest stops at night.
Yes.
And I'll even avoid a rest stop during the day if it's not populated. Like there's rest stops where you pull over and you see families picnicking outside. If there are no people around, I'm not stopping. And maybe this is like a little bit too crazy for some people, but I have straight up peed in like a to-go cup and dumped it out rather than like put myself in a situation where, I don't know, like I try to listen to that gut feeling of like, this might put me in a situation that I don't want to be in. And I just try to avoid those situations altogether. I try to like plan ahead if I'm on a road trip and like look at my gas gauge and try to go pee at places where it's going to be populated. And I pick gas stations, same thing, heavily populated, well lit, bathrooms that are like, you know, multiple stall bathroom.
Yeah. I'm like constantly looking over my shoulder, constantly staying aware of what my surroundings are. Cause I do remember I've been in rest stops at night and I always I don't know if this works, but I always try and make eye contact with people.
Ooh.
Like if someone might be sketchy, I look at them. So they know if they try anything, like I've seen them, I know that they're there. Like I know they're around. I don't know if there's any science behind that or like if that's even a good piece of advice.
I mean, if nothing else, the thing about it is you're noticing people who are around you.
Yeah.
And like specifically making an effort to look at them and, you know, maybe
where they are.
Know where they are.
Yeah.
Know what they're wearing. Be aware of their demeanor, etc. Which I think that there's a lot to be said for being aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessarily like a bad thing to do. Question, how do you feel about, there's like trends on social media where there's like pre-recorded things of like guys talking and you can basically in Ubers or if you're like walking into a bathroom or like gas station or something late at night, like heading to the bathroom, you know, you would have your phone on speaker and it's essentially like a recording where a guy's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll be right in the store. Just give me a sec. And it like portrays that you're with someone but not only you're with someone, you're with a guy.
You will be missed.
And he is right around the corner.
Yeah.
He is about to meet you.
Yeah.
You like there's a very narrow window where you're going to be by yourself. What do you think of those?
I think that's really smart, especially rideshare stuff, because that I don't think we often think about is just like a very vulnerable position to be in. And so I've seen that mostly with like Ubers, but I think that's a really cool idea, like being in a vulnerable spot, maybe like somewhere a little bit more secluded. I've never tried it though.
I've never tried it either. Maybe also because I have my husband that I can kind of actually call and have him on speakerphone. Yeah. My only hesitation with that sometimes is, which I do that often, like I will have him on the phone if or even just one of our friends, like I'm a big call someone, have them on the phone, because if something does happen, like first thing I'm going to try to do is like provide a description. Like A, they already know where I am because they already have my location. Yeah. B, provide them with any description of who is doing this thing, what is going on.
It's like that scene in Taken.
Exactly. Yeah. I am describing this person. I'm describing the situation. I'm describing the car that they're putting me in. It's kind of helpful to yell help, but if there's no one else around, who am I yelling help to? Yeah. Whereas if I have someone on the phone, okay, now that person has maybe some type of basis.
And then you're kind of closing the gap of when somebody knows that something's wrong.
Yeah.
It's much shorter, which as we all know is like the most important thing when it comes to being kidnapped. When you are thinking about those things, which most women we're always thinking about like our safety and what we would do in like a specific situation, and not to like victim blame, but like being aware of situations, what could put you in something like compromising. Yeah.
And I think the other bit, my advice would be, if you know that you're going into one of these scenarios where it's not like best case scenario for you, is be aware of your surroundings. Don't be having headphones in. Like I also wouldn't make yourself look vulnerable. Like person who's looking down at their phone and has headphones in, and maybe you are hyper vigilant of your surroundings, but don't look like you are unaware of your surroundings. Look like you are like, I know what's up. I am well aware of what's going on. I see, maybe your tactic of looking right at them is good because you're like, I see you, you see me. Yeah. It's like this idea of be the least vulnerable target that you could possibly be. And all of this to say, sometimes there are just crazy people out there. It is never your fault if you are the one that gets picked by these terrible, crazy people. We want to avoid that at all costs, which is why we're like, hey, these are some of the safety tips that we have.
Do. Yeah. If you have any other tips or tricks or things that you do that we maybe haven't thought of, we'd love to hear it.
I once asked someone how they like stay safe in bathrooms or whatever. Yeah. And they said, well, I make it seem like I really gotta go.
Or like you act like crazy.
That's basically what she said. She was like, nobody wants to kidnap someone who's about to poop their pants. And she was like, look, if I'm scared to go to the bathroom, she was like, I'm clenching my butt cheeks, walking like I already went in my pants. And I was like, that's a tactic.
That is a tactic.
I don't know how effective it is. She was dead serious. I was like, you gotta be joshing with me. And she was like, no.
Has she had to use that?
Yes, she said she uses it often. Oh, wow. She's like, it's my go-to move. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And she's like, no, I don't care. She's like, I'm staying alive.
Hell yeah. Do what you gotta do.
Well, I think that does it for this episode.
I think so. I think we hit all the things that make the girls' bathroom the just beautiful place that it is.
Yes. I'm glad that we included some stuff about safety because I think it's very important.
Yeah.
And I just want the girls' room to continue being this incredible place for women. So the safer we can make it, the better.
If you have any good or bad stories about the girls' bathroom, let us know. Reach out. Don't forget to like and share our episodes.
The best way to support the podcast is commenting, sharing, anything to boost the algorithm and help it end up in other people's feeds so that they can enjoy the podcast too.
Yeah, share it with your girls, talk about it in the girls' bathroom, and we're excited to be back and record more episodes. So let us know what you want to hear about. If you got anyone that you want us to interview, is always looking for interviews.
Until next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Shelaborate. We can't wait to bring you more episodes.
Don't forget to follow, like, and drop us a review. Our episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Patreon.
If you liked the show, post it on your social media and pass it along. Women supporting women is the whole point.
We'll be back next week with more opinions, more stories, and more Shelaboration.
Until then, I'm Kat.
And I'm Tyra. This podcast is for the girls.